If you don't want to get banned on Twitch, then this is the video for you. Following Twitch's rules is important to keep your channel alive, but it can be hard to read and understand what even is in the Twitch terms of service, not to speak about what the community guidelines and content classification guidelines are. I'm going to show you the most important things you need to understand from these and prevent you from getting banned and losing your channel. If you're new here, my name is Barry Epps and I'm a cryptographer turned content creator and entrepreneur looking to help 10,000 creators go full-time, and the most common way to get yourself banned from Twitch is hateful conduct. But did you know that in 90% of the cases, it is not even the streamer that breaks these rules? Hateful conduct is a bit of a blanket term, but Twitch does their best at giving a good explanation what that is in their community guidelines. Twitch does not permit behavior that is motivated by hatred, prejudice, or intolerance, including behavior that promotes or encourages discrimination, denigration, harassment, or violence based on the following protected characteristics: race, ethnicity, color, caste, natural origin, immigration status, religion, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, disability, serious medical condition, and veteran status. Which really are just a lot of words to say, don't be a But the thing they don't mention is that you don't even need to be the one to do that hateful conduct. According to Twitch, your channel is your stage. You are responsible for what you do, what games you play, what you can see on screen. More about this later. But what most streamers don't know is that you are also responsible for everything your viewers or the people you play with say. If someone breaks any of the rules, you need to take action against them even before Twitch takes any action. That means you are not only responsible for deleting the message or banning the chatter, you are also responsible for making sure whoever you are talking to on Discord or through the voice comms in game doesn't break the rules either. If they do, tell them to stop. If they don't stop, leave the call or mute them in game. If you don't, Twitch can say you allowed that behavior to happen, and that is also a breach of the terms of service and the community guidelines. Here there are two things we can do to stop people from breaking the TOS in your stream, and the first one we are going into is auto mod. You want to set this to at least a level 1, but you can set it to any level above that as well. Then in the discrimination and slur settings, set all of them to some filtering at minimum. I found that if you set it any higher than that, I find it a little too aggressive, but you can fine-tune this anyway to your liking. Okay, let's save these and head back into our moderation tab. The second tool we can use is the banned word list. Here you can add specific words and phrases that still make it past the automod features, or add some things that are specific to your channel that you don't want to have in your stream. Of course, I have them all blurred out because I don't want to be banned on YouTube either, but you know which ones they are and we don't need to see them. But if you really don't know what you should put here, there are lists on Google that you can just find and that cover a lot of the sort of general bases. One thing you do have to watch out for is how much profanity you use on stream, because there are things that are just not allowed. And I'm not talking about the occasional F-bomb. You're actually fine to say that as long as you avoid some of the harsher swears. If you do go for the harder slurs or you use them every few sentences, you're going to have to mark yourself with a content classification label. And the one that you want to use is significant profanity or vulgarity. A content classification label is a pretty new thing on Twitch, which allows you to declare your content to be unsuitable for certain viewers or advertisers. There are a few of those we will see later in the video, but for now we need to talk about the other thing you can say that will absolutely get you banned. You've probably seen this before. You're playing an online game and you're pretty sure one of the people you're playing against is a hacker, because every time you even come close to them, you are immediately killed. Of course, this is not a skill issue, it's definitely hacks. The first time this happens, that's fine. The second and third time, you begin to get frustrated. But after 10 or 20 times, you might want to say some really nasty things about them, their family, or where they can stick their controller. Don't. Threats of violence to yourself or others is a big no-no for Twitch and can get you banned without you even getting a chance to redeem yourself. Of course, everyone rages from time to time. That's normal, especially when you get killed by the same bloody player every single time, or when you just can't get the dodge right on that one boss in Elden Ring. But that can be taken the completely wrong way, because these sorts of threats are not just against TOS, they're unlawful. You probably aren't serious about these threats of violence. You would not actually go out and stick the controller where the sun doesn't shine. But Twitch can't check that, nor can they check if you hack them or dox them to the whole world off the platform. They will just permaban you for this, and there is no appeals process because, again, this is against the law. If you're really getting to this level of frustration, it is best for you to just go to your Be Right Back screen, step away for a few minutes, and take a few deep breaths. Okay, there's something else I need to talk about, but I don't really know how to say it. Games that show a little too much skin, have intimacy between characters who refuse to put on more clothing? Yeah, that's what we're going with. There's a content classification label for that. Look, everyone understands that there are certain games that have moments of this as part of the game. Cyberpunk, Red Dead Redemption, Baldur's Gate. And often when you see these things come up on screen, people will shout TOS in your chat or do the little TOS emote. But that doesn't mean that you are not allowed to play them on stream. Twitch states that users are prohibited from uploading pornographic content and real or fictional nudity. However, if there are only a few moments like this in a game you are playing, and neither of them is the main focus of your content or the game, they are usually allowed. Specifically, all games with an ESRB rating of adult only are forbidden, but anything mature or lower is allowed. Specifically, all games with an ESRB rating of adult only are forbidden, but anything mature or lower is allowed. I will leave a link to that list in the description below, but you probably don't want to play that anyway. What you do need to do is mark the stream with a content classification label for mature rated games if Twitch doesn't do this automatically. Similarly, if you are not making gaming content or you are making gaming content where you as a streamer are less than fully clothed, you might need to mark your classification as sexual themes. Just make sure that if you do that sort of thing, you are not actually breaching their clothing policy. And just to make it extremely clear, eggplants, peaches, and cat emojis, they can't be shown on stream. There are also some special rules that you need to keep in mind when it comes to gambling on stream. And the least of that is that you need to put the gambling content classification label on it. Gambling is a touchy subject all over the world, with certain countries banning it completely and most countries heavily regulating it. Only a handful actually promote it. Twitch has to deal with legislation in countries, and that's why they make it very simple. You must have the label active if you are gambling, and you are not allowed to have affiliate deals with gambling sites. And there's also a list of sites that you are outright not allowed to stream at all. And funny enough, that does include skin gambling. You also can't show sites like CSGO skins or have them as sponsors on your channel. There's one thing though that can not only get you banned, but cause so much damage to your channel that you can never recover from it even if you don't get banned. It is something so many people eventually fall for, and you wouldn't believe it. Every single streamer wants to grow. Especially new streamers are eager because the number seems so attainable. 3 average viewers and 50 followers to get affiliate. But when they notice this isn't happening, they look for solutions. And those solutions usually come in one of 2 ways: botting or fake engagement. The most common form of botting uses software or services to give you fake viewers and followers. Problem is that it's very easy for Twitch to detect if you are view botting or follow botting. And if you do this even once, it can lead to you getting banned, or if they don't ban you, them permanently preventing you from getting partner status. Yes, permanently. You as a new streamer might bot for 5 or 10 viewers to get that affiliate goal, and when you get to partner years later, they can use that against you to never give you that tick. So what if you don't use bots? Well, now you are moving into fake engagement, which most people know as follow for follow, sub for sub, or lurk for lurk. This is where you find other small streamers and you trade follows, lurks, or subscriptions just to get yourself ahead a little bit. Again, these may seem harmless because you are not doing anything illegal as such, but Twitch thinks differently. These are also all banned. Clearly, all we've talked about are simplifications of what is actually in the TOS content guidelines and content classification labels. If you want to check out the full documents, I will leave them in the description below. But now that you are not able to get banned anymore, you can focus fully on making amazing content for your streams. And one of the best things to grow your channel this year is by using shorts that you create directly from your stream. I got a video on how to do this easily and quickly right here, which will also allow you to avoid the biggest mistake new streamers make while making short form content. And as always, stream better, stream smart.